First top headlines. Cattle smuggling false arrest made and fake video circulation busted. Meghalaya launches Northeast's first biocurcumin extraction unit for Lakadong turmeric farmers. Trump's tariff come into effect globally. Pak Army Chief Asim Munir expected to visit US again this week. Hello, welcome to ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. I'm your host, Deemita. Now the news in detail. Security forces in Manipur intensified their operations on August 6, leading to multiple developments across Technopal and Imphal districts. During routine checking at Khudengtabe Permanent Village Checkpost PVCP in Technopal district, 3 individuals were apprehended while attempting to smuggle 13 cattle in a village. The accused, all residents of M. Chano village under More police station, were identified as Heminlan Haukib, 26 years, Suhau Haukib, 59 years, and Henkolal Lovam, 36 years. Authorities seized the cattle estimated to be worth around Rs 8.45 lakh and 4-wheelers bearing registration number MN07C 3345, which was allegedly used for the smuggling operation. Preliminary investigations revealed that the vehicle's registration documents were forged. In a separate operation, Manipur police arrested an active cadre of the proscribed militant group Sorepa. Laihaurungbam Sanatomba Singh, 47 years, a resident of Kongpal, Chingambam Laikai under Porompat police station, Imphal, was apprehended from his residence. Police said the accused was actively involved in extortion activities targeting educational institutions, fuel outlets, government offices, commercial establishments, and the general public in the valley region. 2 mobile phones and Aadhaar card were recovered from his possession. The Assam Chief Minister's office CMO announced that Indigo will launch a new morning flight service from New Delhi to Silchar via Guwahati starting September 20, 2025. Barak Valley Development Minister Kaushik Rai said the service has been introduced under the initiative of Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma to improve connectivity and convenience for the people of Barak Valley. Taking to his official X handle, the minister extended gratitude to the Assam Chief Minister for considering the needs of the people of Barak Valley and arranging an additional flight. Under the initiative of the Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma for the convenience of the people of the Barak Valley, a new morning Indigo flight service from New Delhi to Silchar via Guwahati will commence from September 20, 2025, Rai said in a post on his official X handle. He also expressed gratitude to Indigo Airlines for arranging the additional service. The move is expected to significantly benefit travelers to and from Barak Valley and with persistent issues with road and rail connectivity in the region. The Deputy Commissioner of Arunachal Pradesh, Changlang, felicitated the distributions of solar-powered lights to residential hostels across the district, marking a significant step towards sustainable development and student welfare. The lights were distributed through the CRCCs of the respective blocks under the Deputy Commissioner's United Fund. The initiative aims to provide reliable lighting and a power backup to hostels, especially during frequent summer power outages, ensuring that students' study hours and daily routines remain uninterrupted. The Education Department of Changlang District extended heartfelt gratitude to the Deputy Commissioner for his timely and impactful support. The efforts underscores the administration's commitment to improving educational infrastructure and the living conditions of students, particularly those from remote and underprivileged areas. The centre on August 7 notified the Parliament about China commencing the constructions of a mega dam project on lower reaches of the Yarlung Tangpo River, upper reaches of Brahmaputra in Tibet, informing that India has taken note of reports. In a written response to a query in Rajya Sabha, Minister of State for External Affairs Kriti Vardhan Singh said that the project was first made public as far back as 1986, and since then, preparations have been underway in China. The Government of India has taken note of reports about commencement of constructions of a mega dam project by China on lower reaches of the Yarlung Sangpo, upper reaches of the Brahmaputra River in Tibet, he said. The government carefully monitors all developments relating to the Brahmaputra River, including plans by China to develop hydropower projects and take necessary measures to protect our interests, including preventive and corrective measures to safeguard life and livelihood of the Indian citizens residing in the downstream area, he said. Various issues relating to trans-border rivers are discussed with China under the ambit of the institutionalized expert-level mechanism, which was established in 2006, as well as through diplomatic channels, Singh said in his response. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Lakadoriba August ki tang taraga taru 2025 ayuki pung mapan tawa matamda MSFDS ki auditorium da Ima Trust na sponsor amadi sponsor singi oiba interaction program ama pangthok sagadori
Chatkiba chahi 2023 May da thokkiba thokhaningdaba irang na maram oiraga maraiba thiraba icha singu mahi masing tamnanaba sponsor tawrikliba ichilirau sing miyam singu unanaba gi thawram
program asibu mai pakna ba senbada ireisa khuding makna support tawbiyo amadi mateng pangbiyo haiduna paujenjari
Lebang miyamna matam sana lengbirakuna thorom masi mapung phaba thorom ama ohinminasi loinana hariba thorom masidesida matam sana lengbirakuna khoida sponsor tawbirliba amadi sponsorship koi puna sakhangminaduna amana ama mateng panaduna hinminakisi leminakisi
Ujai Faraba Numida Sida, Iricha Mayamna, Imatras Pus, support of you Haidana, Mayamda, Kurumjari. Thank you.
Soikiva Kumpang Amada, Sirin Sama share Tomina Kibana, Hepatitis B, C, Changluk Hypalate. Make a sea out of a Yetum Sirin share Tomina Badagi, Lena Asisandui, Aduga, Loina Loinana, B. Amasung C. Lena Asiga, Sagwana Hingliba Miosinga, Hakin Narubadagi, Amasung, Mamadagi Machada Sandui. Ayambana, Layong si liver dagi fudor triba fawang kangbangamdi.
Report ki matungina hepatitis C positive oire. Adubu fazana laying abadi tha ahum dagina tha taru pawigi manungda irai laina fahanba ngamlaban.
Oh, treatment to di fani haba.
Hoi, adubu laina asi ngakthoknabagi hauju pawigi oina vaccine chingba adu leitri. Laying duna faraba miyoi singdasu hepatitis C asigi immunity leitaba maramna karinguba matungda adomna yetum syringe share tominarabadi amuk hana narakani.
Adumoinamak, IDU singna hepatitis B digi ngakthoknaba vaccine nasi kaptokpigadabani amasung yetum syringe share toroidabani.
Chahini fuhena babina haiba maming asina anala yengilamda thazaba quality leiba amadi cheksin na honabagi kudam oiduna lakli
diagnostic tagi horaga multi speciality hospital amadi cancer care fawbada babina na mangzil thaduna lakli
haujigamuk makhata na chengsilaktuna mayami mafamda kudol tamjari babina Institute of Nursing Manipur Nursing Council nasu recognize tawraba
matam ga chunarba classroom advanced lab sing leijari
babina multi speciality hospital amadi AOI babina specialty hospital da clinical training fangbiu
expert faculty nupa amasung nupi gi tokhai ba hostel sel yamna changdana
babina hospital amadi khongbu oiriba institute sing da thabak tawbagi khudong jaba supizari
housing admission hojare suknatagi sit nipu khaktani ahan balakpada kudung saba pijagani
babina Institute of Nursing nurturing care inspiring growth
Sajiwa Zel Road Khabai Soi Imphal East
Time English News Bulletin. Subdivisional Officer Kairao Bitra Sri Laishram Roshan Singh today distributed looms and bicycles to internally displaced persons (IDPs) residing in the Urup OBC Girls Hostel Relief Camp in Falis. The distribution was carried out under the guidance of the Deputy Commissioner in Falis as part of the Corporate Social Responsibility (CSR) initiative to power Green Corporations of India Limited, a Government of India enterprise. Speaking on the occasion, Sri Laishram Roshan Singh stated that the looms were provided to encourage the IDPs and support them in improving their livelihoods, while bicycles were given as mobility assistance to students living in relief camps. He also urged all beneficiaries not to misuse or sell the looms and bicycles. Srimati Aramam Gitanjali, Sub-Deputy Collector Kairao Bitra, also attended the program.
OBC Girls Hostel IDP student mahusiraga akhoi namna saramati madam Imphal district saramati madam moigi timbu haingai leitena thagajari hauji akoina hauji khudong chadaba myam haibidi school chapa amadi akoina thabam chapke haiba matamda hauji cycle je madam moina haida khoi awabo biduna saramati madam moina cycle je haingai leitena thagajari matungda jokoi ga warpa de madam saramati madamna
Music plan seda tuna puro milik yang dalai jari, ayu hujung kun class dia puro ta kadari, aduga mana aku medang woi sarwana akan bibi lo kopi je, jangan thaga ningai woi, jangan harau woi, lumda aku ida kato ketinggi kodong jada bodu kara komal le.
The Mizoram police, in collaboration with Assam Rifles, seized heroin and smuggled foreign cigarettes worth ₹9 crore. One person was arrested in two separate operations in Champai district. Acting on specific input, the paramilitary force and Mizoram police launched a joint operation and conducted a search at the police check gate in Champai on Wednesday, during which 1 kilogram of heroin was seized, it said. One person was arrested from possessing the contraband worth ₹8.58 crore, the statement said. The accused and the seized heroin were handed over to police in Champai, it said. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma announced that the State Cabinet has approved a new rule following the legal productions and sale of the traditional alcoholic beverage under proper licensing. The new rule is applicable only to fermented local drinks traditionally made by indigenous communities across the state, such as bichi, and excludes distilled liquor, which falls under a separate category, he said. Until now, there was no legal framework to regulate or support our traditional fermented beverages, Sangma said after the cabinet meeting. We are recognizing and promoting local fermented brews by giving individuals, entrepreneurs, societies and firms a chance to get a proper license to produce and sell, the Chief Minister said, adding that the move is expected to boost local businesses and tourism by ensuring safe quality controlled production while preserving the state's traditional knowledge systems. This is a step forward in preserving traditional, empowering local entrepreneurs and responsibly tapping into our rich heritage, he added. Ahead of Independence Day, the Intelligence Bureau has issued a warning that some terror groups may try and strike in various parts of the country. However, this time around, the highest threat perception is from Bangladesh and terror could make its way through the eastern border, the Intelligence Bureau has warned. The security agencies of northeastern states and West Bengal have been advised to remain on high alert as terror outfits in Bangladesh may try and carry out a strike on Independence Day or ahead of it. Many terror groups have revived themselves owing to lawlessness and a Jamaat-e-Islamic-backed regime. This has led to a lot of meddling by Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence ISI, which has sent in its officers to train terrorists and advise terror groups. The initial 25% of tariffs announced by the US on Indian imports came into effect Thursday, with President Donald Trump saying billions of dollars from countries that have taken advantage of America will now start flowing into the country. Reciprocal tariffs take effect at midnight tonight. Billions of dollars, largely from countries that have taken advantage of the United States for many years, laughing all the way will start flowing into the USA. The only thing that can stop America's greatness would be a radical left court that wants to see our country fall, Trump said in another post. Last week, the White House announced that India will face tariffs of 25% after Trump issued an executive order listing the various duties that Washington will impose on exports from countries around the world. In the executive order titled Further Modifying the Reciprocal Tariff Rates, Trump has announced tariff rates for nearly 70 nations. The 25% reciprocal tariff adjusted imposed on India came into effect on Thursday. The tariff in the list range from 10% to 40%, with Japan being charged 15%, Laos and Myanmar 40% each, Pakistan 19%, Sri Lanka 20% and the United Kingdom 10%. In addition to 25% tariff announced last week, Trump on Wednesday imposed another 25% levies on India for its purchase of Russian oil, bringing the total duty slap on India to 50%, among the highest imposed by the US on any country in the world. The additional 25% duty will come into effect after 21 days on August 27. India, responding to the tariffs, said that the targeting of India is unjustified and unreasonable. India said that, like any major economy, it will take all necessary measures to safeguard its national interests and economic security. The Kremlin said Thursday that a meeting in the coming days between Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump has been agreed on, as a new Gallup poll found that the Ukrainians are increasingly eager for settlement that ends the fight against Russia's invasion. Putin's foreign affairs advisor Yuri Usakov said that the two sides are working on setting up a meeting and that a venue for the meeting has been agreed on and will be announced later. A meeting between Putin and Trump would be the first since Trump returned to office this year. It would be a significant milestone in a more than 3-year-old war. Though there's no promise such meeting would lead to end of the fighting, since Russia and Ukraine remain far apart on their demands. Support for continuing the fight wanes in Ukraine. The enthusiasm for a negotiated deal is a sharp reversal from 2022, the year the war gave, when Gallup found that 3/4 of Ukrainians wanted to keep fighting until victory. Now only about 1/4 hold the view, with support for continuing the war declining steadily across all regions and demographic groups. Pakistan Chief of Army Staff Field Marshal Asim Munir is expected to visit the United States this week to hold talks with his American counterparts, the country's media reported on Thursday. Munir's visit to the US would be return a visit after US Central Command SATCOM Head General Michael Kolira's visit to Pakistan in July, leading Pakistani Daily Dawn reported, citing sources. During his visit to Islamabad, General Kolira was offered Nisan-e-Imtiaz military by the Pakistani government. It will be Munir's second visit to the US after his recent trip to Washington in June. During the last visit, US President Donald Trump hosted Munir for lunch at the White House. Pakistan military's media wing Inter-Services Public Relations of Pakistan's embassy in the US have not announced the visit of Munir to Washington. However, Munir had previously hinted that he could travel to the US again later this year. During this June visit, Munir held wide-ranging discussions with the US President at the White House, including on enhancement of bilateral trade. Reports suggested that the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and a US Special Representative for Middle Eastern Affairs Steve Witkoff also took part in the meeting. From the Pakistani side, Munir was accompanied by Director General of Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence (ISI), Lieutenant General Mohammad Asim Malik. According to ISPR, the meeting, initially scheduled for 1 hour, extended to over 2 hours, underscoring the depth and cordiality of the dialogue. Munir's visit to the US was overshadowed by widespread protests led by members of the Pakistani diaspora and supporters of former Prime Minister Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI) party. While Munir's visit was being projected as a step towards strengthening military and strategic ties with Washington, the backlash from overseas Pakistanis turned his stay at a luxury hotel in Washington into a scene of charged demonstrations. For ELITETV News channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. Cattle smuggling fall, arrest made fake video circulation busted. Meghalaya launches Northeast first biocarmine extraction unit for Lakadong turmeric farmers. Trump's tariff come into effect globally. And the Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir expected to visit US again this week. And that's a wrap for today. For more updates, keep watching TV's English News. Thank you and have a great evening.